What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking up Magneto to rank 5. And some of you guys asking, Hector, do you know the buff? Do you know what's going on? No. So why are we doing this today? Because we can. And I have a lot of stuff expiring, so we're gonna take up Magneto to rank 5 for the culture. Now, luckily, I did do a huge crystal opening, a massive crystal opening, cleaning up my stash about a week ago, where we actually opened up 1,000 map 7 crystals, and I tallied everything up as well in the video. So you guys want to check that out, I'll link that in the description down below. But luckily, we also have this mutant ISO, which is actually gonna help us, because we end up using about over 2 million gold. I believe it was around 2.5 million gold on Magneto. Now, I don't know what changes Kabam is going to be making. I know just about what you guys know as far as the Magneto change. They have not told anybody in the CCP anything. The only gameplay I will be providing will be against Winter Soldier. It doesn't really make sense to use him anywhere else, because he really doesn't have a kit. So his signature ability, which is refraction, essentially is a damage cap. It's kind of like a safeguard, but a lot worse. So basically it prevents him from losing more than 8% of his health from a single source. So like special 3s can't do more than X%. So at signature 100, which is what I have him at, 21.4%, which is pretty garbage, because if an opponent has a 4 or a 5 hit special, they can still take me out. His special attacks, so every special attack he has a 55% chance to bleed the opponent for a percentage of his attack. So yeah, it's a bleed that deals X damage over 10 seconds. And then his special 2 has a 100% chance to heal block for 10 seconds. His special 3 has a 100% chance to heal block for 10 seconds, and an armor break, which also removes an armor up, reducing armor rating by 1400 for 8 seconds. And lastly, he reduces ability accuracy for all robots or all metal tag champions by 40%. So their ability actually is reduced, but there really isn't that much that he can do offensively. So basically he can armor break, bleed, and heal block. And his heal block, the closest one, is an SP2 that only lasts for 10 seconds. So pretty garbage kit. I don't really know why he even has a heal block. The only thing that makes sense is the bleed, really, and the armor break, maybe the armor break. So yeah, we're gonna take him up against Winter Soldier. I want you guys to keep in mind as well that I will be running full suicides. So I went ahead and checked out the video, and yeah, with full suicides, the masteries I have equipped, I have an increased 64.8% attack to his base. So the numbers will be inflated. And on top of that, because we also have the class advantage, and the class advantage actually gives us another 40% attack. So that is actually a big difference. So essentially we're going to be going into Winter Soldier, and we're going to be dealing 2 times the damage we normally would if it were not with full suicides and class advantage. So maybe I should do that too. We'll see. I don't know. Well, maybe you can just cut the damage in half. And actually, now that I think of it, that damage is garbage. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, I think the damage is really bad now. Now that I think of it, especially having class advantage and the full suicides, and the numbers that I saw were pretty bad. So we're gonna get into the video that I recorded. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm gonna... the first part is pre-recorded, however this one I'm recording as I go. And so if you've seen on Twitter, which by the way, you should be following me, I did end up taking a Magneto to rank 5, right? So I did this preemptively. As you guys saw in the roadmap, and Magneto's supposed to get a huge rework. It's not going to be just a buff, because I believe a buff would just increase his stats. Whereas, for example, Colossus and Hulkbuster both got a rework. Colossus, where he actually got new animations. And yeah, a lot of Magneto's stuff is pretty lackluster. So here's in hopes that he will actually get an insane buff. So I took him to rank 5. It cost 3 million gold to take this dude up. So this is preemptively. This is like, I didn't put this up to vote, but the fact that they said he will be worth his name, so it's got me thinking that maybe he'll actually be good. So I'm gonna actually try and see what his numbers are at rank 5. So this will be, I guess, some kind of gameplay video. But I don't think there's any rank 5 Magneto gameplay out there. I'm going to do it without synergies, just in case anything changes going forward. But I want to kind of like document the numbers. I'm going to use the SP1 to look at the bleeds, SP2 look at the bleeds, and SP3 and see what kind of damage we see. I am currently running full suicides though, so I'm just going to go to my mastery setup. That way I can look at this and then look back in the future and make sure everything is 100% the same. Alright, so now that we have all that on video, now we're gonna go into this fight and see what kind of numbers we see, because I did one for Joe Fixit, and Joe Fixit, his SP1 and SP2 are very lackluster. And okay, so we can see 4200 and 2700 on the crits. And we're gonna see SP1. Okay, so it was 9k crit. But for Joe Fixit, yeah, everything was really lackluster except for his SP3 bleed. So SP3 bleed actually felt pretty good. So far, I don't know. It does feel a little under. Just because I believe a lot of champions can hit anywhere from 5 to 6k on the okay, we actually got a bleed there. 544 ain't too bad. It does have class advantage though. But yeah, we do see a lot of champions hitting more than just 4k on the medium crit. Okay, now we're gonna go to the SP2 and see how much the SP2 deals. Hopefully we do get a crit on the SP2 though, because SP2 takes a little bit more time to build up. Got hit a little bit. So one thing that I saw somebody suggest was that maybe they would make a Magneto so he's basically impossible to fight if you're running a champion with the metal tag. And actually did 32k. That actually felt pretty good. So 32k isn't too bad, but this is with full suicide, so there's that disclaimer. So 32k, and if it had like a nice bleed, it actually would be alright. It would be like decent, I believe. Alright, so I'm gonna try this again. And we're actually gonna let him rush into us. There we go, and bleed. And so the bleed is exactly the same. And so what I'm going to be doing is post editing. I'm going to be putting the numbers up to see how much of everything we actually get on these numbers, and we're just going to go for the SP3 finally, and that's going to conclude the video for the testing. But as it is right now, although I am running suicides and this is with the class advantage, it doesn't feel too terrible to play Magneto as a rank 5. I'm actually interested to see if I can, if I can actually take him to the Grandmaster, because he does have the ability to solo him, but except for the knockdown one. So let's see. So let's see what kind of number we get. Okay, 20, just over 20k, so about 20. And the armor break actually does increase our damage a decent amount as well, as you can see, yeah. But that armor break did not last nearly long enough. So I think overall, he just, I mean, he just doesn't do anything really. His damage it feels pretty average. I believe Blade, without any kind of without class advantage or anything, deals about the same damage, but without the class advantage. So that's the big thing, is that he has the class advantage, and these are the numbers he's pulling off. Okay, and I think we're just gonna finish off this fight as well. So not the most exciting video. Now I'm gonna be getting into that assassin's range plus the courage as well. So numbers are gonna appear a little off. But yeah, not the most exciting video, but I do want to see where this goes and how Kabam actually changes it, and have a side-by-side comparison of the two. Okay, and hopefully this SP2 takes almost. There we go. So that's a full takedown, no synergies. This took 195 hits, which doesn't feel awful, honestly. I believe, although if you compare, so I don't want to make this comparison, but Stark Spidey, which is a damage nut, as a 4-star 550 does take down Winter Soldier in 150 hits. So going forward, I would like to see a 565 Magneto be able to take this guy down in under 100 hits as a 565, because a 450 Spider-Man Stark Spidey with no class advantage takes him down in 150. So it does say something, but I mean, his damage right now doesn't feel too terrible, but that could be because I am running suicides. Without suicides, it'd probably feel pretty bad. But yeah, so we'll see in the future what they change. I just want to give a disclaimer again. I literally don't know what the changes will be. Everything that you guys know is the things that I know now. Everything on the roadmap that you guys seen, that's the only thing I know. They have not shared any information as far as the rework. Everything right now, like, we're all on the same page. So with that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.